What does it really mean to be successful? Today, we're going to dive into this incredible story about finding your own path, especially when it feels like the whole world has one already laid out for you.
I want you to just think about your own life for a second. Your job, the choices you make every day. Are you following a map that somebody else handed you? You know, the one from society or your family? Or are you the one actually holding the pen, drawing your own way forward?
It's a feeling that, let's be honest, most of us know pretty well. That feeling of being just a little bit lost. We end up on these paths that we didn't really pick, chasing goals that don't light us up, all because it's what we think we're supposed to do. And that exact feeling is right where our story starts.
Okay, so let's meet Sam. He's just finished high school, and while all his friends are gearing up for university, he feels, well, nothing. And it's not about grades or money. His family's actually pretty wealthy. They own this huge 20-acre horse farm. But Sam just can't get excited about more school. He feels totally adrift, and yeah, he's starting to get worried. So when Sam finally works up the courage to tell his father, Mr. David, he expects a lecture, right? But he doesn't get one. Instead, his dad, who's a pretty wise guy, just smiles and gives him this mysterious quest. He hands him a piece of paper with 3 names on it. And this is what kicks off a journey that's going to change everything.
The instructions are super simple, but also kind of weird. Sam is to go meet these 3 guys, ask them how they got to be so successful, and then, here's the strange part, introduce himself as the son of the man with the golden leg. Honestly, Sam is curious about anything that isn't studying, so he's all in.
Eager for anything to distract him, Sam sets off right away. He hops on his horse and heads to the first address on his list, ready to meet this guy named Mr. Andres, who's apparently a super successful athlete.
And this is where Sam gets his first big shock. He asks Mr. Andres about his secret to success, and he finds out that this incredibly accomplished guy was ranked 38th out of 40 students in his class. I mean, he was almost dead last.
Mr. Andres basically tells him, look, I just wasn't good in the classroom. I didn't enjoy it. But what he did love was running. So that's what he did. He just kept running. For 5 years straight, that was his focus, getting a little better every single day until he started winning. His lesson is huge. Success isn't about being okay at a bunch of things. It's about going all in on mastering one thing.
Okay, so Sam is feeling pretty inspired now as he heads to his second meeting. This time, he pulls up to this big, modern house that belongs to a Mr. Thomas, the owner of his family's all-time favorite restaurant.
And boom, here comes shock number 2. If Sam thought the last guy's rank was bad, get this. Mr. Thomas was 39th out of 40. The second successful person he meets was an even worse student than the first. It's kind of wild.
Mr. Thomas just laughs when he tells his story. He says he was awful at school, but he was great at 2 things: eating and talking. That absolute love for food is what pulled him into the kitchen. He started out small, didn't even make a profit for years, but he just kept going because he loved it. And that one single passion, he built a whole restaurant empire on it. So let's just pause here for a second. We're starting to see a really clear pattern, right? On one hand, you've got these terrible school ranks, 38th and 39th. But on the other, you have this incredible success built on 2 really simple ideas. Just persistent, relentless practice and a skill that is totally driven by passion. A pretty powerful lesson is starting to click for Sam.
All right, Sam's on his way to the last house now. And he's probably thinking, okay, I get it now. I must be about to meet the guy who came in dead last, number 40. But oh boy, he is in for the biggest surprise of all.
Because here's the twist. The third man, Mr. Miguel, wasn't last.
He was first. He was the top student, the valedictorian, the one guy everyone would have bet on to be the most successful. And yet, Sam can't help but notice his house is a lot more simple than the others.
And Mr. Miguel's story is, well, it's a bit of a cautionary tale. He tells Sam that because he was good at everything, he never really committed to becoming great at anything. You know the saying, a jack of all trades, but a master of none? He says his knowledge was a mile wide, but only an inch deep. And that, he tells Sam, was his biggest mistake.
Sam's just quiet now, trying to process all of this. The top student wasn't the most successful, and the two at the bottom were. This leaves one massive question just hanging in the air. Who on earth was the student who came in last?
The 40th student, the one who came in dead last in his class, his name was David. Mr. David. It was Sam's own wise, successful father, the man who sent him on this whole journey in the first place.
And suddenly, that strange nickname makes perfect sense. Mr. Miguel explains that years ago, Sam's dad fell from a horse and broke his leg so badly he had to wear this golden-colored bandage for ages. But that injury didn't stop him. He just poured every ounce of his energy into the one thing he loved, horses, and he turned that small farm into the huge, successful business it is today. That golden leg wasn't a weakness. It was a symbol of his focus.
As Sam rides his horse home, the whole world looks different. All that confusion and worry that was weighing him down, it's gone. And in its place is this powerful new feeling of motivation and clarity. Sam finally gets it. His passion wasn't hiding in some university classroom. It was right there at home the whole time, with the horses. He decides he's going to become a horse trainer. And he realized something really important. Saying no to university didn't mean saying no to learning. For the first time in his life, he was actually excited to study, to learn everything about animals, about farming, to become a real expert in the one thing he truly loved. Because when you get right down to it, Sam's story isn't just about him, is it? It's a lesson for any of us who are just trying to find our own way. The lessons here are so clear. The key to your future isn't something you have to go out and find. It's already inside you. The formula is simple, but it's not easy. Find what you love, then commit, learn everything about it, and practice it like crazy. Your passion, that is the most reliable compass you will ever have. And you know what's cool? When you have the courage to walk your own path, you're not just creating a way for yourself, you're blazing a new trail for other people too.
Look, following someone else's map is only ever going to lead you to a place they've already been. The world has enough copies, so the real question is, what unique path are you going to create?